by Eric Chiriga barely 2 months after President Emerson Mnangagwa dramatically succeeded long-reigning 93-year-old Robert Mugabe. The new dispensation has made numerous pronouncements. President Emerson Mnangagwa from giving looters of national resources a 3-month ultimatum to return the loot, to making moves to retire the old guard from civil service, even officials long suspected of corruption and criminal abuse of office, the likes of former Finance Minister Ignatius Chomboale, are facing trial. Apart from that, among the many moves, Mnangagwa and team also moved swiftly to announce that they will revamp and do away with state enterprises, which have become nothing but parasites and a burden to the taxpayers. They even engaged exiled Zimbabwean business people to chart ways of jointly mending the broken economy. Seems and sounds so refreshingly progressive. But there was one recent pronouncement which made Zimbabweans fear a repeat of the past: all talk and no action, and lack sincerity and political will. About a week ago, the Mnangagwa administration announced the scrapping of maternity fees along with children aged 5 years and below getting medical treatment for free. To some, the policy could have sounded new, but it was not. Not at all. And it disappointed many in the know, long-suffering Zimbabweans who are yearning for a different leadership approach. They don't want announcements, but action. During Mugabe's 37-year rule, free maternity service and medical attention for under-5s was introduced. The policy was merely pronounced, without the necessary administrative and statutory backing. Typical of Mugabe's government, the policy was populist and highly likely announced without conducting the necessary consultation and research on its feasibility, impact and consequences on the already struggling health sector. At the end of the day, though noble, a significant number of the 14 million-plus population cannot afford medical insurance and have no safety nets. The policy was not of much benefit. It merely became a populist policy, which not only lacked sincerity and political will, but flattered the burdened crowds. Then, that is why there was outrage. After the new government came to the people announcing the same policy again. The people's argument is simple. Zimbabwe's health sector, particularly public, is in the doldrums. The public health sector has been grossly underfunded for years. In the 2018 national budget, government allocated a fraction of the $1 billion plus desperately needed by the sector. For years, donors and other well-wishers have always come to the rescue. Due to the crippling challenges, public hospitals have been incapacitated, forcing poor patients to turn to the private health institutions where punitively steep fees turn them away. According to health experts, the private health institutions cannot afford to foot the costs incurred in providing free maternity and child care. Though they charge unjustifiably high fees, in this case, they will need some form of subsidy from government to cushion them. And the government has no capacity to provide that. After considering all this, one starts questioning whether government was well-meaning in announcing the health policy yet again. Zimbabweans, fed up of empty, unfulfilled and broken promises, strongly feel focus ought to be on enforcement. Due to lack of proper interrogation of policies, particularly the feasibility and practicality, the poor have continued to suffer. This has made people very skeptical. Just like on the threat to nab looters of national resources, it's hard to believe the culprits will be brought to book, because in the past, many threats were made, which saw even the establishment of the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Corruption, but no prosecution was made. And of course the many unfulfilled promises: creation of 2 million jobs, housing for the low-income earners and better minerals revenue accountability, made in the much-hyped ZANU-PF Zimmerset document, taught many a lesson. Free maternity and child care are not, it remains, the same ZANU-PF, and people are expecting a totally different approach. No more hoodwinking. Daily News.